back. Welcome back. Another episode. Fourth Quarter Podcast.
Fourth Quarter Pod. What's going on?
What's going on, y'all? We're back with another episode of Fourth Quarter Pod. Let's jump right into it, man. I hope everyone had a great holiday, 4th of July. Everybody was safe, had a great holiday, all that good stuff. But yeah, a lot to talk about, a lot of good news around the 4th of July. Always a hot topic is the NBA around this time of year. And on top of that, we got the Olympics are right around the corner. I think about a week away. And we had our first exhibition game for the Olympics, the USA showcase versus Canada. Yeah, a little showcase.
Okay.
See how everybody's looking. USA ended up taking the win, 86-72. And yeah, I mean, look, from what I saw out there, the first quarter was a little choppy, a little sloppy, which is what you kind of expected. These guys kind of figuring each other out, kind of getting the feel out there, trying to find a role per se of kind of, where my spots are, where I'm going to find open jumpers. It's definitely a lot to take in. It's definitely a lot to figure out off the rip. All we got are superstars on their respective teams. So it's definitely an adjustment.
This is their first real game together today.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, a lot of guys that on their team, they get 25 shots.
Right.
Every night, 20, 25 shots. And now, Tatum's coming in off the bench. D-Book's coming in off the bench. Anthony Edwards, is coming off the bench. So where do you find your spots at? What do you do? And I think that's kind of why, and we'll get to it later a little bit, but I think that's why they kind of went in the Derek White direction.
Right.
For the replacement for Kawhi.
Yeah, they kind of go less starish, more of a role player kind of guy who doesn't need the ball.
Yeah.
I get where their head's at. I mean, look, the USA team has always kind of been a team full of stars because there are so many stars in the league. Sorry. Now with the league kind of some of the stars in the league now are overseas players, so it's kind of not I would say as many, but in the past there was like, all right, who you picking? You know what I mean? Now it's kind of more for the debate of kind of like what kind of team you want to build.
Yeah. It's real crazy when you think about it. It's so much talent. You really could, they tried to roll out the kids in the FIBA Cup.
Right.
And at times, even that team was still competing with Germany and Canada. It was good games. Those are the kids. So, you could have, so let's just say, basically that's what they did. They got the NBA great OGs and they added Ant off that FIBA Cup team.
Right. Yeah, they're not messing around this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting Olympics for sure. I just love seeing these stars play together. It's always the best part of the Olympics is seeing the guys you always love to watch individually on their respective teams come together and have a common goal. Seeing Steph and LeBron on the same court's insane on the same team.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't think that would ever happen. Yeah, that lob was insane. You wouldn't think you would see those things because they're always going against each other and they're rivals. So it's dope to see it now.
This is what I always love about the Olympic rosters is that you get to see guys like Steph and Drew Holiday slot more in their natural positions.
Mm-hmm.
So now Steph, man, it's really nice to see him initiating, really playing point, throwing the lobs, getting it on the break, not always to pull up and shoot. He's getting it to push it and drop it off, and and you have to honor him so much also in that role.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's hell chasing him all day too off the ball, but now we can switch it and put him on the ball. That's a hell of a nightmare.
Yeah, it's tough.
But it's great to see him on point.
It's definitely gonna be tough.
Steph, I think, is an underrated passer.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's one of the best. Not one of the best passers in the league, but he's definitely an underrated passer for sure. I would 100% agree with that.
I think he's got more. I think he's got more Nash in him than people kind of realize.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Just his off the ball movement alone with the roster we have, you can't leave. There's no one to leave. There's no one you can leave open. Obviously, there's no weak. There's no weak link on this team. So we should win this goal. I'm predicting the goal. We should win this fucking goal. No beat around the bush.
Did we figure out Who was that guy that checked in?
Yeah, who was this dude at the end of the game who made that three? Who was that?
I thought that was Isaiah Hartenstein when I really started to look.
He cashed that thing too. That
That
was
was,
butter.
then when he hit the three, I was like, "Is that Mike Muscala?"
I was like, who is
Like,
this?
so I
I
guess
know.
Derek can't get there yet. Is that
Well, they said he's not with the team yet because it happened so
okay?
fast.
Okay.
And then
Damn.
KD was hurt, so they were down a couple bodies. So I
Damn.
think they had guys they were practicing with. They just brought them up for the game just because it's probably easier than having to bring a whole new dude in. So I'm sure they had replacement dudes ready to go, which makes sense. This game didn't count, but
That's
it was random. I don't know who he
the
plays for, where he goes, or what's going on.
but look, if that's the quick little move, we couldn't get Paolo to Vegas real quick. We couldn't, you know what I mean? We
I don't
couldn't.
know.
I'm gonna say real quick, just until Derek White. I'm not saying replace Derek White. I'm just saying,
Some of these dudes want that vacation. I get it.
I get it, man. We couldn't get man.
If you're not gonna be, I'm not gonna be on the team. I ain't gonna be the replacement dude. Fuck that.
We couldn't get D Fox to Vegas real quick.
Apparently not.
Just real
Apparently
quick.
not. I mean, if I'm not gonna fly to Vegas to play the last 2 minutes of the game, I'm not gonna do it.
It was just crazy.
If I'm De'Aaron Fox, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm a superstar of my own right. I'm not gonna fly out there to play 2 minutes of a game.
That's true.
I'm not gonna go out there to play. I'm gonna walk on. Like I'm not doing that. So I'll get why they wouldn't do it.
Maybe, yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not a vital part of a team. You're gonna go there to come out there to help out for 2 minutes if they blow them out. If they only went up like 14 when they came in the game.
Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't really like
a competitive game like that. It wasn't like they were just trying to get a feel for each other. I think Canada has to cut some people. So they were playing like the last couple guys in the game. They had to cut a couple guys apparently. So they were trying to figure that out. So there's more agendas happening than we think.
This USA team has a little more shift to the size model.
Yeah.
Inside than years past they tried to do. Like the FIBA Cup team, they went more, tried to go more 5 out.
Right.
A lot of guards, a lot of wings.
Well, yeah, you got to deal with the French. We got them 2 7-footers over there. You got Wemby. Wemby and Rudy, and you got to deal with Giannis. Serbia got them bigs. So it's gonna be there's some bigs out there. Germany got bigs.
Everybody still plays. They're still playing in '92.
Yeah, right? they're more traditional overseas for sure.
Yeah, they're trying to still get more that traditional. Right. And it's gonna be fun to watch. I think this team is gonna be really fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. I mean, the Olympics is always a great time of the year. It only happens once every 4 years, so you got to look forward to it.
That's a treat.
Yeah, it's definitely a treat.
That's remarkable. I'm loving it. Like
it's gonna be. Yeah, especially when these games like really get competitive and stuff, to see them like really lock in, it's gonna be crazy to watch.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy to watch. So yeah, who else do you think? What are your gold, silver, and bronze predictions for the Olympics so far? You got any wild predictions or anything? Anybody? Any surprising picks?
Surprising. I don't know if this is surprising or not, but I could see Greece in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
I think Giannis is on an inspired run. He didn't really play a lot of back half on the season. You see he's a little fresher. He's a little more, he in there bored. He's starting to put up some of those, 30 and 15s, so
for sure.
And he's just a load to deal with. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care anywhere in the world. There's not a lot of good matchups for Giannis.
Yeah, 100%.
So, and the way you can play the rim in FIBA.
Yes.
So he's a monster.
Changes the game a little bit for sure.
Yeah, so I think Greece, let's say Greece getting the bronze. That might be something to watch out for.
Okay.
That silver, I think silver is going to be a dogfight because one of those groups has like
Spain, there's some tough groups.
Germany and France, I think. So it's like
all
of y'all can't get on the podium, like because we getting gold, right?
Yeah, we can go.
Silver.
Yeah.
So my silver, it's tough. I'm gonna on the whim. I'm gonna say France or Canada, and I'm gonna say France takes it. Wemby gets silver. That's gonna be a big stand.
That'll be a great game.
Yeah.
Because I just want to see what Wemby really looking like. Like when the lights is brightest, the world watching. I want to see if he can try and get 40. I almost want to see what he got.
Absolutely. And just matchup wise, we saw Canada's bigs, they don't do well with the ADs and the Bams and the Joel.
No.
So that's where we started to really like show, okay, oh, they getting and ones, they blocking it,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because when Wemby's
yeah,
like coming from that European shit too, like he's
yeah,
1 year removed, like he not far from that. So like it's gonna be interesting to see how that works.
he knows the game
Very
very
well.
well. Yeah.
He's the best above the rim dude there is because he's at the rim already.
Oh my
So
goodness.
like all them little, if it's on the rim, he's blocking shit. It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out.
It's almost like not a smart play to shoot it
Oh, you
at
can't
when
shoot the
he's
ball near him.
at the rim.
No, no.
So and with these rules,
Yeah, with
so
these rules especially.
yeah. So
I'm not saying he's gonna beat this by. He's not gonna beat this by himself, but I just want to see what he
no,
does.
but still, I think the silver they should be eyeing silver because we're not even
That Gobert game gonna be great.
the tower next to him, Rudy's no slouch on defense. He's
No,
got some powers
no.
on D too. So they got a formidable front court.
Yeah.
And I think that's Canada's gonna have to deal with that. So that's my silver French, USA gold, and watch out for Giannis to medal. I think that's gonna be big. Some people going for some real.
I got USA gold. I also got France silver. I'm on Canada with the bronze. I just like Shea and Jamal Murray playing together. They have a nice little squad over there. A lot of good defensive players with Dylan Brooks and Dort. They're all NBA squad this year, which I didn't realize. So we played them today, which I just like because I'm over for the NBA guys. But yeah, they have a tough squad. They'll be an interesting team. They're gonna be a tough out, that's for sure. So we'll see how it plays out. See how it plays out.
Freezes on me a little bit.
No, you're good money. No, you're good. But yeah, man, we're gonna run out of that first quarter. Man. We're gonna do the second quarter in a second. We'll be back in a second, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Welcome back. Second quarter, four quarters. Quarter two. So, as everyone has been looking on Twitter and TV for the last 2 weeks, free agency has been popping. It's been popping as usual. The NBA never disappoints. But the biggest news, well, not the biggest news, but the top two stories are Klay and the Splash Brothers are officially over. Klay is now a Dallas Maverick with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Yeah. And then you got Paul George going to join Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey over there in Philly. So we got some interesting moves that have been made. Also, you got the Kings getting DeMar DeRozan, a very interesting pickup. Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, look, what do you like about the free agency moves? What don't you like? Give me your overall breakdown of some of these moves so far.
I think the Klay to Dallas is dangerous.
Agreed.
You're basically gonna give Klay the Tim Hardaway shots, and that's I'm gonna take Klay. I mean, literally, the numbers are gonna say he's gonna be somewhere around 40%.
Right.
So, great fit. I get why he gravitated towards that team. That in Dallas, hey, we LA guys, but Dallas, Texas is not a bad place. It's a good place. Yeah. They got Teslas and
keep your tax money.
Yeah,
keep them. You don't have to worry about them taxes.
Yeah,
that's gonna help.
And as everything reported, that was a big play. Which
I mean, he's been in California losing half that bread for so long. It's not a bad idea to go there and make all your money.
That's true.
It don't hurt.
Yeah,
it don't hurt.
I love it. I think that one thing Dallas is going to have to kind of watch for is that you let in getting Klay, you let Derrick Jones walk out the door. Josh Green is no longer there, which I think that was fine, but you lost a little like wing perimeter defense.
They got Najee Marshall, who's not bad. He's very good. Okay. Good pickup. Yeah. They picked him up.
You know what? Actually, they're actually good.
And there was someone else. There was someone else.
I forgot about the Najee Marsh. I forgot about the Najee Marshall pickup.
Najee Marsh, and there was someone else. Hold on. And Quinn Grimes.
Yes.
Solid
So
pickups.
that's basically that's a more evolved Josh Green right there.
Yeah, Quentin Grimes is a more evolved Josh Green, has a little more experience, better
Yeah.
offensive player.
Played for the Knicks.
You're gonna get the same defensive intensity that Josh Green gave you, probably same
Yeah.
size, but
Yep.
a better shooter, better scorer.
Yep.
Najee Marshall's probably a better defender than Derrick Jones Jr. Not
More stout. Yeah.
bigger, but not as good offensively, I would say.
Right. Yep.
But I don't haven't watched him enough to know how good he is, like a 3-point shooter and all that kind of stuff as well.
He's probably somewhere in that kind of what the Morris twins were
Okay.
doing. Not like a dead eye shooter, but
he'll make it. Yeah,
he can stay on the floor.
Right.
Based on everything his size, his what he brings on both ends to a degree.
Yeah,
he can stay, he's one of those guys that he's going to play a lot of that stretch for. Maybe in some
you
small
need that.
how Luka and them like to play.
Yeah. I mean, look, the Dallas kind of really maintained their main core and just got their role players, kind of re-signed role players similar to what they had before, but somewhat you can argue better depending on who you're talking about. Like you still got Gafford, you still got Lively, you still got PJ Washington, and then you bring in Grimes, you bring in Klay, you bring in Najee Marshall. You're looking solid. Like you're bringing a on paper a better team back than what you had last year.
Essentially, they axed Tim Hardaway for Klay Thompson.
Yeah, essentially that, and then the other pieces you can kind of are replaceable to a degree.
Yeah, they're all interchangeable. Like,
interchangeable roles. Yeah,
Derek, Josh, Grimes.
Yeah,
he wasn't hitting. Okay, let's see if he can hit.
It's very hit or miss. Yeah, so so I think they got better. They're gonna be tough. I think they definitely got better. So they're gonna be a tough team to deal with in the West. And I think them getting that experience too, and that Luka experience in the playoffs last year is gonna be crucial.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna come back in way better shape this next coming season. But it's gonna be a very interesting season for the Mavs next year. They have a chance to make it back to the finals with the roster they got. Barring injuries, you never know what's gonna happen. Right. But on paper, they look great. I do love PG also going to the Sixers. I think that's a good move for him.
That's a great move for him.
Listen, you get a 25, 24-point scorer a game, plays defense enough, especially in that city. He's not gonna have to be a 35-point scorer a night when you got Joel there. The question, of course, with the Sixers like every year is Joel. Can he stay healthy? Yeah. They're gonna have to really sit this man this year and take the fines or something because he's gonna have to play like 50-some games just to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and be the 5 seed, but come in healthy with a Joel Embiid and you have a chance.
I mean, it was even in the Olympic game tonight. I mean, he was like kind of gassing out in the third quarter
because he's not in shape yet.
Fouled out, So
he got to figure it out.
But yeah, I mean, here's the interesting thing about Philly. I like the fit. Here's the interesting thing about Philly going and carving out that much cap space for PG and the year commitment at 4.
Right.
Can you still compete in an Eastern playoff run if Joel's out? And I got Maxey. You don't think so? I got Maxey and PG.
Who we playing?
Maxey and PG and whatever else they got. I think you can make an Eastern Conference run with Joel. I think that's what that $50 million a year that they were the only team that was gonna do that at 4 years. Give him exactly what he wanted. I think that was that.
I don't know. That's tough. They be in some fucking dog fights every single night.
You think so?
Wow. Yes. Wow. I don't see them like PG and Maxey. I don't see them like smacking the Knicks. No.
It wouldn't be a smack. It wouldn't be a smack.
It'd be a 7-game series. And they might lose in 6.
Could if Joel Embiid doesn't start the playoffs, let's say. Could a PG and Maxey team end up in the Eastern Conference Finals? I think so. Or with the right run. I'm not saying they'd walk there. I'm not saying like
they have to be like the one. They have to be like the 1 seed coming in then.
Yeah. They're a top 3 seed.
That's still tough because the East is tougher than
Yeah,
people think it
it's
is
getting tougher. It's
now.
getting tougher.
It's getting
But
way tougher.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Paul George, but he's on his back nine.
Let's say they play. Let's say they play in this scenario. They were playing Cleveland. Who's the next best player after D Mitch?
That would be a good series.
Yeah,
That would be a good series.
you know what I mean.
Like they play Orlando. Good series.
Yeah, but I mean,
But I'm not saying that outright winning that though. I'm not saying I can't give you that.
Paolo and Franz or PG and Maxi.
I can't. I see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
off what I've seen in the past, I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not putting money on it. I'm not locking nothing down. I don't trust Paul George in the playoffs like that. I don't do it. I've seen him have 25 and a half and have 2 in the second half. You can't do that.
True.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's fair. It's
a good question.
Yeah. I think
it definitely makes them more comparable now. They have way more of a chance if Embiid gets hurt now for sure. But who say Paul George don't get hurt? He always hurt.
He don't. Yeah, he's not.
He ain't the most durable player in the world either. So there's always, and he's like what 33, 34, something like that.
Yeah.
Like he ain't the youngest man either. Like, he's on his back nine for sure.
Yeah. This will probably be his last 200 mil.
100%. This is his last big contract for sure. He knew that.
But like you said, deservingly so. I mean,
he deserves it. He deserves it.
He's 24, 25 a game.
Yeah, 100%. 100% agreed. It's just the playoffs is the question. It's always the playoffs.
I thought what was interesting was him choosing number 8 and Kobe's.
That's funny.
Basically hometown.
Yeah, but it's his hometown. But that's really it. He ain't ever played with the Sixers or nothing. So you can't. People were 8 on different teams and it's whatever.
So nothing. Okay, my fault.
I'm not gonna make that a thing. Because he's 24 in Indiana and he came in 24, and Kobe was still in the league. So that wasn't a thing. I can't make that a thing.
So, what I do like about this move also, PG fits to me kind of. I'm not saying he's as good as these guys, but he has that stylish element to him, like an AI and a Julius Erving. In that, I just kind of picture him. Yeah, I kind of picture him like as a Sixer a little bit.
I think he'll play great there.
Yeah, Iguodala was another guy. He was smooth there. He was very put together, very put together game. Nice capacity, could finish.
I think he'll be great there. I think it's a great fit for him. I mean, look, he earned the money. He definitely earned the money. I have no problem with him going there. I don't think it's a bad move either way. I'm curious to see what else they can get on that team.
Let's say Joel gives you 73 games and a healthy playoffs. Is that their favorite? Are they the favorite? Philly.
Not the favorite, but they're the top 3 seed.
Okay. All right.
They're top 3 seed.
Yeah,
because I don't know about the favorite because Boston's still coming back the exact same squad.
Man,
and then you still got Giannis and Dame getting another year under their belt.
Yeah,
and I can't say the favorite. The favorite is going to be
like you said,
interesting.
The East is starting to
it's
have some dragons.
The top 3, the top 4. Well, shit, you can go to even top 5 now, maybe even 6.
Yeah,
I got New York. I got Cleveland. I got I got the Celtics. I got Celtics, Bucks, Sixers, Knicks, Indiana.
Yep.
Cleveland.
Yep.
And Orlando. That's 7 solid teams.
Wow. Yeah.
That's 7 solid teams.
Yeah.
Cleveland need another piece, just like Orlando need another piece. Now, who is that piece? I don't know, but they're close.
Yeah,
they're close. Someone think they're closer than people think. Like to make a legitimate run, to make a legitimate conference title run. You know what I mean?
And I just to kind of go off because you mentioned Cleveland, Kenny Atkinson.
I like that. I like
that pickup for them. Because he had no reason to really not be able to coach KD and those guys in Brooklyn.
Agreed.
They just wanted a nice, shiny new hire. And that was cool, but he never really got to bounce back after that. Yeah, so this is gonna be a good, and it's a great job. Then kudos. Yeah, that's just dope. But
that's a good move for them. You
yeah,
got Mikal Bridges going to the Knicks, the Nova Knicks.
the Nova
It's
Knicks.
going to be very, very, very interesting to see how they look next year.
You high on the Nova Knicks?
Yeah, I'm high on the Nova Knicks.
Me too.
I'm high on the Nova Knicks.
Do you trade Julius and go look for more Wildcats?
No, because there's no one else out there that's worth that. I keep Julius because you gotta give it a year to see if it works.
Yeah,
give it a year to see if it works.
He fits the mold.
Yeah, he's earned the right to play out his next year.
Yeah,
and you can always trade at midseason if it's not really going well. But I also know who you trading for to make y'all that much better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who you trading for Julius to make y'all like, all right, now we're over the hump for sure.
Right.
I don't know who that piece is.
There's some scenarios I can imagine. Maybe if KD gets, tomorrow just says I'm out of here.
And he goes to the Knicks.
Put me on the trade market, right?
Shit. You put KD back.
And no, I'm not
anywhere. You give him a chance.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like these are the scenarios where Julius could like be a trade chip to make you better.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like at that point, if he like forces his way to the Knicks, let's say Julius, you have that Julius on your roster to like, all right, you're getting Julius and 3 picks,
right?
And that's a good offer. You
have the leverage for sure to make an offer for anybody if you want.
So they're flexible. The Knicks. Yeah, I have to agree with you. I like the Nova Knicks too. Like
they're in a good spot, especially with Brunson under contract for a couple more years at the money they're paying him at, because he's gonna get that max deal when it's up for sure, and he's gonna deserve it.
I read something that they said he might take a pay cut. Like he might not take the full. Like,
hey, respect.
Yeah.
Hey, like, I ain't mad at that. If you want, he's one of the niggas I can see doing that because he really want to win.
Well, also that, but I don't want to bore the audience. But a lot of this apron stuff, they're talking about this luxury tax, this new CBA, and you seeing a lot of teams like
asking for them pay cuts.
The Golden State let Klay Thompson walk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of one. Like the Bulls are they're shopping. Like the Hawks are trying to they're shopping people. They can't even shop these contracts anymore. These 30, 40, $50 million contracts, they can't even shop them anymore. Like nobody wants those type of contracts on their books right now. Yeah, and it's crazy. The free agent list is crazy. Like guys can't even get. Guys like it's crazy. Everybody's gonna have to take the minimum just to make the money work to build your team.
Yeah, basically that's where we're at now. Yeah, we're at. You got KD booking Bill. Everyone has to be on the minimum because we can't pay anybody else.
That's where we're at. It's
we can't pay anybody else.
It's 2K.
Yeah, it's just literally 2K because you got LeBron making 100-something mil, and he 50. And Luka, Tatum just got paid $312 million or something crazy.
What the Knicks are doing. Is I gotta, somebody gotta look at their books because they just gave OG two something. So
it's because they had Brunson under that contract still. They weren't sure what he was gonna get, how good he was gonna be.
His initial one he's still on that.
I think he had 2 more years on that.
Wow, so that helps.
They're good for 2 more years. That's why they have to try and win now because in 2 years you're gonna have to pay that man his money.
Damn.
Even if it's a pay cut, you're still gonna pay him 100-something mil.
Absolutely, but was OG like? Is that the one that you get?
By then, they'll shop that by then.
Yeah.
By then, because they'll give it what? They really don't give it a go this year. Yeah. With Mikal, see how they look.
And got OG one more look. Full year. Let's give OG a full year.
OG a full year. His whole team a full year.
Yeah.
If it don't work this year, maybe we'll look to shop OG and maybe go try and because then by then you never know who's gonna be on the back end, who's trying to just leave or go in. You just never know. Things change so fast. I really do see, maybe talk about this next segment, but I do see after this season, if the Warriors don't get nobody, Steph looking to go and go win while he can still, because he needs to go win.
Let's open half up with that. But But you want to touch on DeMar?
We'll do that at third quarter too, because we're already 17 minutes on this segment. So
man.
We'll be back. We'll be back after half, y'all. We'll be back.
Halftime.
Back from half, third quarter.
Yeah.
Third quarter. All right. We're doing free agency before the break. We didn't talk about DeMar going to the Kings. Interesting move. I didn't
Yeah.
dislike the move, but interesting. What do you think about it?
To roll off of the salary cap talk, I think guys were just shopping for their premium dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna give me the 30 per, 40 per, 50 per? That's where, like, did Paul would Philly be on Paul George's like top 5 of like destinations? I don't think so, even
Right.
with that roster.
Right.
But 50 million per. Hey, give me.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean Philly cheesesteaks every day.
100%. No question about it.
You know what I mean? So, it's an interesting market and thing that's going on right now. DeMar made a lot of sense. He got his money, and he can come back towards home a little bit, hometown.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Lakers couldn't get to 25 per.
Couldn't afford it.
Yeah, the Lakers
couldn't afford it.
80s are getting 50, 60. Bron's getting
just 50. For Bron.
Yeah. So that you're done.
That's it.
You're
Most teams can only afford 2 stars.
Yeah.
And if you can't afford, if you have 3, you have nobody else. That's how it works. You got either 2 stars, and you can figure your team out a little bit, or you got 3 stars and you're the Suns, and you got Bol and Isaiah Thomas off the bench, and they don't even play.
Right.
So like the league's in a very wild spot. I think DeMar going to the Kings, the fit's going to be interesting. He doesn't really space the floor a lot because he's not a great shooter, and I think that Sabonis needs a little space down there. And Fox so much of a mid-range kind of a driver to a degree. I'm curious to see how it works. But they do have Keegan Murray who can shoot the shit out the ball.
Yeah.
I think Herder's still there.
Herder's still on their roster.
So I mean they have on paper they have a squad. I think we'll see how it works. I'm just curious to see how it works.
I think it'll be really cool to see if Mike Brown uses it this way, but can DeMar kind of like sustain D Fox for those 4 quarters? Now you got 2 of the premier
fourth quarter scorers. Yeah.
Shout out 4 Quarters podcast. No, I'm kidding.
Facts.
But you know what I mean? But like those are 2 of the best that we see late in the game with the ball, pull-ups, getting to the rack, free throws. So that's gonna be interesting and cool to see. Like they're going to be a handful late in games. Like,
there's
the stuff the sets they can get to that, and they just kind of stress the defense.
I'm very curious to see how that works. I love DeMar. He's unreal. He's the most Kobe-esque guy we have left when it comes to the mid-range game. These pump fakes, fadeaways, and ones. Still gets to his game. Boxes and elbows, gets to his moves, gets to his spots. Love his game. We also didn't mention earlier, CP going to Spurs. Him and Harrison Barnes going over there to Wemby.
So Barnes goes to Spurs on that deal for DeMar. So
for the Spurs, that's a great move.
Yeah, all of a sudden, hey, with CP3 is a little spry, healthy.
Come on,
you got a playing team.
You got Devin Vass over there at the 2, solid.
They like Keldon.
Keldon at the 3. Keldon might come back on the bench now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Keldon off the bench. Harrison at the 3. Wemby at the 4.
Collins is a nice modern 5.
Zach Collins is very solid. Yeah. They gonna fuck around, make a little 10, little 9, 10 seed. Fuck around, get a playing game. And I would not want to play them in a playing game. Not Wemby.
No. Because he's gonna try to
do some outlandish shit.
Yeah. He going for 50, 20,
and 50, 20, and 12.
Yeah.
100%.
And the 12 might be blocks.
Yeah, he might have 20, 12, and 8. And 8, I'm talking about 8 assists, not blocks. 12 blocks.
It's like and that's, I think we had talked about this during his summer league stuff, I think on a prior episode, but it was like he figured out very quickly the NBA game and what the NBA wants.
Yes.
Like, oh, y'all want me? Like we don't play like this in Europe, but okay.
Nah, we play team hoop over there where I'm from. But you want me to come here and get off? All right, cool. I can do that.
Right.
Like he's learning very quickly how the league works. He adjusted his body quickly. Like you can tell he's stronger. And he only played like 20 minutes a game last year. He'll get better and better every year.
Yeah,
And now CP3, he gets to pick one of the best point guards' brains of all time. And just sit there and learn. Like he better learn so much this year, bro. It's gonna be
mob game. Oh my goodness, man.
CP3 about to do so much for Devin Vassell and Wemby's careers. Because Wemby's about to get 8 to 10 points a game off just lobs, just like at the rim lobs. And Chris Paul's be like, "Wow, this is easy."
And not to mention, in the midst of all this, we're not even mentioning Stephon Castle barn to come in.
Yeah, forgot about him.
Provide some guard work. So
there, yeah.
It's so funny the Spurs, for as great as they ran, like they heard. It was kind of like they heard the noise. Maybe like I feel like everybody in the world was like, get some point guards, like get like.
And then we were all mad about Rob Dillingham getting traded, and they fuck around and get CP. Like, okay, my bad. This makes way more sense for we can have a Wemby, because now you don't have to rely on 2 young dudes figuring it out. You got a vet who's been there before who can teach Wemby the ropes early.
So you know what? I gotta say, let me shout out Raleigh on this one, because I hit him about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the boy Raleigh worked for the Spurs.
Yeah.
Shout out Ryan Oliver.
Shout out young Raleigh.
Yeah, so he said to Rob Dillingham, there's questions in the league now, I think, about the two-way stuff.
Fair.
Getting play off the court. Is this a guy you could post up? This guy that can't defend, maybe switch onto a wing, or
Fair.
So I think we're and I think we are seeing that the market reflect that with the Drew Holidays, the Derek White. We talked about this, right? Four quarters pop, man. We on top of this stuff, man.
I'm telling y'all.
So
we know the league.
Yeah.
We got an ear to the league. Y'all don't know. I'm telling y'all. We got connections out here, man.
Yeah,
we got sources.
So I think that's interesting. I think that's really interesting. I think that's a fine line to play, though. Of what are we looking for as far as two-way in basketball versus just hoop.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fine line sometimes, because sometimes Rob Dillingham could just do something where it's just like, man, I'll guard him perfectly. I'm bigger, I'm stronger. I forced him left, and he just hot, and he has 36, like
right. But yeah, that's a good point, because the playoffs, everything slows down. All them moves don't work like that no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it is an interesting shift in the league that with the guards, specifically with the guards.
It makes more sense for Memphis to have him, because they need a guy off the bench who come and get a bucket or two. You know what I mean? They need a guard besides Ant to get a little pressure off him.
Mini.
Yeah, Mini. It makes sense for them to have Rob. It makes sense for them.
Yeah,
I get what they're looking for.
They were stalling out in the Western Finals.
Yeah. And that
Ant
makes sense for them.
Ant was gassed. Like,
let me give it to Rob. Let him go work out for a couple possessions. Let him do a couple pick and rolls and figure it out. So that makes sense. The other thing that we have to discuss, that we talked about, kind of touched on before the half, was, so the Splash Brothers are over. So now what? So now what's going to happen with Steph? That's the biggest question. So there are the rumors that the Warriors are trying to get Lowry Markkanen, which would be nice. That would be nice. That'd be nice. I don't know what that would do for them in the run for the playoff race. So I don't know how much better that may. I think that gets them in the playoff race. But that's about it. That's about it, though. I don't see them going much farther in the first, second round with that squad.
Well, when you have a great like Steph or LeBron or Kobe,
never count them out.
Yeah, just give me to the dance.
Fair.
Because I might go with Kwame and Smush, and we're going 7 with Phoenix.
Fair.
Up 3-1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that being said, you want to build around this guy that, because they are great, you want to build around these guys appropriately, man. You do. You really do.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
Because Steph still got like 2 or 3 more good years left.
Jacob, how old is Steph Curry? I don't know, man.
35.
Because shooters are different.
I agree. I know this. I agree. I'm saying 2 to 3 to be conservative.
Like, I don't see no drop off.
Me either. I'm just being conservative. He looks unreal still. He gets better every year somehow.
I think he didn't damn near had a 50 ball the last like 3 years. Like,
Oh yeah, he had 50 this past year a couple times.
yeah, but and he turned it on because it's like we need it. Like,
But like he at the point in his career, like, look, all right, let's say they have a down year this year. He can't afford that no more in his career. He gonna get up out of there.
he's
I
too
don't
great.
know.
Yeah, he's too great to not be in
He's
the
too
playoffs.
great to not be in the playoffs. At least in the playoffs. Give
Well,
him a chance, like you said.
let me go ahead.
Listen, I know what you're gonna say, and I'm co-signing now. I'm down for it. Fuck it. Bring him over here. Fuck it.
Hey,
Trade the world for the nigga. Bring him
Wardell
over.
to the Lakers.
Bring him.
I love that. I really see the crazy part. I really always would love Steph and Klay.
See, look, now you're doing too much.
I did.
Now you're doing too much. Now we're doing too much.
And Klay on the Lakers. I always want I would love that. Like, no, because I would love that, man. Because
of course everyone would love that to have them on their team. It's
I
the
would
Flash Brothers.
but it's different. This is different, man. Because it's a little Showtime. It's a little.
That was the most honest thing you could have ever said. That was never gonna happen.
Hey, well, look. Let's go ahead and let's get Steph. Because Steph and LeBron in the Olympics, they doing.
Oh, I know they're ecstatic.
Marshmallow thing.
They're ecstatic. They're
doing it.
Yeah, I won't be surprised at all.
Pause. So the thing is like Lakers, like Steph to the Lakers is like. I think keep an eye on that.
I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised if he's on his way over there.
Key word what Wardell said. Sometimes I call that man Wardell. I think that's like because so he said things can change quick.
Yeah, and he knows.
He said that. So
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and this is the first time he really went that way. But it's like you cut my brother.
Yeah, I mean it was.
You know what I mean?
It was one of those things they couldn't figure out. The Warriors didn't want to pay him for the money he wanted, and
yeah,
I don't know, but I just know who they're gonna get. They lost him for nothing. That's the best. That's the worst thing about it. They didn't get anything for the kid. Like they let him go for nothing.
Yeah.
So I get why Klay left. He's gonna have a great season this year because he needs a fresh start. He needs a new team.
Yeah.
Going to a new squad, had a chance, gonna give you some new life. So I think he'll have a great year.
I mean,
we'll see.
Fair or not offensively, he is gonna have a lot more space. I feel like
different looks than he had in the past. More standstill threes than running off screen threes.
Yeah.
A lot more standstill joints.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's gonna be different threes than like the Warriors had a different system that no one else kind of had. So they was getting way more, curls for layups, back doors. I'm curious to see too. Him not getting them back doors early, how, because sometimes you got to get a couple C-cup going in the basket to really get going. It just helps.
If you launch it on three sometimes, it could be tough.
The one thing about Steph that I always love about Steph is like he always get to the basket first. He'll get a couple lays, a couple back doors, a mid-range or a floater, and then the threes start flying. But you rarely see him come out and just take like 6 straight threes off the rip. He'll get a layup or two first.
A lot of times what I love about his game, is he comes up and comes off the curls and try to get downhill and just point guard,
Yeah.
So it just survey. Let me see how y'all playing me. Then
right.
I know I get you with the step back. Later.
Yeah, 100%.
So
but yeah, man, it's gonna be see. We'll see what the Warriors can figure out, but
let me do that because once we get Steph, Klay's Klay's right behind him.
That sounds nuts.
Yeah, we can make that happen. We got the contracts to put it together.
You sound like Laker Twitter and stop it. Stop.
This is something I always wanted. Man.
It's not gonna happen.
It's something I always wanted. I can see it, but it's closer than it ever. It's closer than it ever was.
Fair. All right, man. We're heading to the fourth quarter. We'll see you in a second.
All right, now.
Fourth quarter to be exact. Winning time. We're back at it.
Winning time.
All right, y'all. Fourth quarter. You know what time it is. Start bench cut. All right.
What we got?
We're doing Olympic edition since the Olympics are starting to kick off. So we're gonna go with Olympic teams. All right. We got the 92 Olympic team, the Dream Team.
The Dream Team.
Okay. We got the 08 Olympic team, the Redeem Team.
Yep.
And then we got the 24 Olympic team, the team that hasn't started the Olympics really yet. So it's on paper.
Right.
But yeah, we got the 24 team. So who you start, who you benching, who you cutting. We got, to reiterate, 2008, 92,
yep,
2024. Who you rolling with? Start, bench, cut.
It's a good one.
It's a very interesting one, especially because the 24 team hasn't finished playing yet. It's still early.
Yeah, we don't know what that mixture could do. I think that what I like about this current team, I think defensively, they're very versatile.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what allows you to do that is everybody really, all up to Joel. Yeah. Joel's your only traditional. He has one position. He's a 5.
Right.
Everybody else on that roster at a high level, at an athletic level, can play, wing to big to guard to wing, like in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very good about this team that like they could put some lineups out there that 92 might have some trouble with. Like,
right.
And defend because of that. Like Bam switches on Scottie Pippen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? So that being said, I'm starting the Dream Team.
Okay.
I'm starting the Dream Team.
Okay.
Reason being, I just like the size on that Dream Team.
Yeah.
I think everybody else in this conversation, I mean, you got to find a way. We talking about Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, like
Shaq on that team, right? Shaq on that team?
No, Shaq wasn't on this one.
He was on 86.
Yeah. But D-Rob,
Barkley, yeah.
Yeah, so they had some hogs. Like,
yeah.
Ewing was a unit. Like, yeah. So that is just very interesting. I think that's gonna control the game. Those games will be muggy and just thick,
especially in international play.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a whole different. It forces you to really hunker down and play basketball to a degree. Yeah. Especially as possessions get tight. You don't want to turn it over, things like that. So, I'm going with that. I think you still got Magic. It ain't like you're for poor on the perimeter,
right?
I still got Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you have squad, absolute squad.
So, Magic, he's a Magic. We got to do something with Magic.
Yeah.
All right. So we posting up stuff.
Got to deal with Larry. Fucking Larry Bird over there.
Yeah. So I'm starting 92. Dream Team started it. I'm going 92. Okay.
Okay.
Off the bench, I'm going Redeem Team. Right. I'm going Redeem Team. Being in those guys, I love that roster. Has my favorite point guard of all time, J Kidd. They were a great defensive team. I loved what they did defensively. J Kidd, Kobe, D Wade, Bron
was sensational. Dwight Howard, Tyson Chandler.
Oh my goodness. So they're gonna come on my bench, and part of that because of those last two names you said. I think the Redeem Team, it's gonna be a little contentious dealing with D-Rob and Barkley and them boys with the bigs. They looking at Dwight. It's gonna be tough, and it's just like. So bench and then cut. Like 24, probably an easy cut in some degree, but just not enough.
Yeah, haven't seen enough.
Not enough tape yet. So, but potential, I think, to be very formidable, and I think Steph Curry has a lot to deal with that.
Yeah, he's a game changer in all this.
He's a one player that in a one-off game, all bets are off. We couldn't do nothing about that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
But as I'm locking that in, though, that's my, Dream Team starts for me. Redeem, Kobe and the guys. They're going to come off the bench ready to,
that's, you can't really argue with that. I'm going to have to probably agree with you on this one.
Okay,
I'm going to agree with you on this one.
I'm kind of surprised.
I was going to go the Redeem Team starting at first.
Okay.
But as you talk more, the big situation definitely swayed me because we don't. The Redeem team have the bigs like that to deal with the Charles Barkleys and the David Robinsons like that. Karl Malone. People forget Karl Malone is the second most points ever in NBA. Was it third? Is he third? No, he's third now. He's third now because LeBron's first.
For a long time, he was 2.
Yeah, and you know how many points that is? Like, people forget. I know Karl Malone, like, he has his whole issues and shit. I get all that, but on the basketball court, the man was a problem.
And this is like not shooting threes and all of this either. This is all
mid-range, off the glass bank shots. That man wore out the top of the square.
I'm trying to look at the roster because I feel like I'm missing a big
on the Dream Team.
Yeah, no, we weren't. Yeah, Carl, Barkley, D-Rob, Patrick Ewing. Yeah, I mean, even those.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing's no fucking slight.
Yeah.
And then you still got Magic.
Yeah.
You got Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that team was big.
And then you got Larry Bird. People forget how good Larry Bird fucking was.
Yeah.
So didn't John on that team? John Stockton? Yeah, come on. He's top 5 in assists and steals. I think.
I think he's sitting in Tyrese Halliburton's jersey.
I'm not worried about that. Tyrese not gonna play this game. That's gonna be the case. We're not dealing with that. So for the bigs alone, not the bigs alone, but the bigs is going to be a big factor in that.
Yeah.
Because I thought that, like, Magic and Bron kind of cancel each other out. Jordan, Kobe cancel it out to a degree. Yeah. You got Wade. Wade came off the bench. But yeah, it'll be an interesting matchup. They'd be smaller to start for sure, and that would hurt them because it'd be such a slow down, rugged game. Because it is FIBA rules. It's Olympic rules. It's not the NBA. It's just FIBA rules.
Tyson and Dwight getting foul trouble. Redeem team just a little. They get a little.
We get real little quick.
You got a bunch of guards.
Chris Bosh getting killed.
Melo, go guard Patrick Ewing.
Go guard Charles Barkley.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Nah. Yeah. So I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna start the Dream Team, bench the Redeem Team, and I'm gonna cut the 24 team. 24 team has a lot of potential, like we said. It's a little bit harder to pick them because they have the older LeBron, who's just as great, but it's just not.
Yeah,
that's the one that gets me the most. Is the older LeBron, because he's still great, but he was like this younger LeBron was just. He had something to prove. Like, it was different. It was different LeBron.
And defensively, he showed an element that almost it was like it should be illegal for him to play in FIBA.
Yeah, we never seen it. We had never seen him guard like that before.
Yeah.
Because like Kobe set the tone with the guard shit, and like everyone just follows suit. Yeah, D-Wade picking up full.
And if you give LeBron like that specific basketball like task.
Oh
he use his like ability to hone in on it so crazy. He's like Kobe's the point of attack defender. He'll take the best player. So I'm just help side, weak side. He get beat a little.
Exactly. I'm there early. Like, I'm baiting shit. Like, I'm doing all kind of shit. Because like when I'm in Miami, I don't get a chance. I have to guard the best player. I have to do everything on offense. Yeah. I can play in space. I can be in a nugget spot for a couple plays. Yeah. I can come to a couple picks and roll. Yep. Like, the game just changes. You get to back playing like your AAU again, where like you're playing on an all-star team because you don't got to worry about bringing the ball to the corner play. That's Chris Paul or J. Kidd. I'm good. I'm just getting my spot. He gonna find me.
Yep.
So that's the difference of that Bron and this Bron. I'm not saying this Bron's not great. It's different Bron.
And it's crazy because even today, he has some. They were a little more like methodical, but he had some passing lanes where he got out and he was changing ends. He got in
it's wild to even talk about the same man from 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Catching Steph Curry lobs, one hand, head on the
39.
Yeah. Like,
it's insane. The man's longevity makes no sense in his career.
Here's an aside I want to throw in because I saw him on the telecast with Grant Hill. I just want to throw this out there. This is not breaking news or nothing. This is just 4 quarters talk. I would love to see Grant Hill work for the Lakers.
As a assistant?
like assistant GM, because technically I think Rob Pelinka is like the VP and the GM.
Oh,
So
okay.
just be the VP. You don't have to do both. Bring Grant Hill in there, Duke guy. Got JJ Redick as the coach. Grant Hill's obviously showed he can like
Put a roster together
and
to a degree.
And show guys a vision, right? Like these guys, all these guys didn't have to commit to this.
Right.
You know what I mean? It takes a little something to get these guys to all come together, like, and do this.
For sure.
So I don't know. I think the Lakers should look into that because I mean, look, hey, you already called Coach K for the consultant. I mean, let's make it a whole Duke thing and just you want to do the Dan Hurley thing with the build. Oh, let's build a program and develop. And all right, so just use Duke.
Yeah, it can't hurt.
I mean, so. But no, I was just an aside. That was just a little.
It's not a bad call.
Yeah.
Not a bad call.
Yeah.
All right, man. Another episode down. 4 quarters.
Hey, Jacob is like, yeah, this nigga's crazy, man.
Nah, that was not nuts. The splash relationship Lakers was crazy. That was nuts. But that was not crazy. That was more because didn't he work for who was he a GM for? Not GM for.
I think he was like an ownership group with Atlanta.
I knew he did something for a team for a little bit.
Yeah, and I think Detroit interviewed him for something. Or
I thought so, like a GM or something. He was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah. He saw it. He was like, "Nah."
Yeah, nah, it's not the place for me.
He said, "I don't see Chauncey and Ben and them boys." So I'm good.
Yeah, it was fair. It's fair. Yeah. But he wouldn't be a bad play because I mean he played like we saw. We all know the guy who played, and him being a Duke guy just can't help JJ Redick out a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad play at all. I'm curious how that works if you can work for a team and USA. I don't think you can do both.
No, he probably has to give that up.
That's probably the issue. Well, maybe he will because it won't be for 4 more years. So that he want to do something else. After I hope he get a gold medal this year. He's good. Like, I got my gold medal. Let me get up out of here. Who knows? Yeah. But yeah. All right, y'all. 4 quarter podcast. Another episode down. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us once again. Please subscribe. Follow, like, 5 stars, all that good stuff. If you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any platform where you get your podcast, please give us a 5-star review. It means the world to us. It helps us out a lot with the algorithm, getting the podcast out there, trying to reach all the masses. If you're on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Don't just like the video. Hit the subscribe button as well. Do both, please. It means a lot to our channel.
Maybe throw a comment or something,
Please throw a comment in there. We love to engage with the fans, man. We always say we just talk a hoop. Nothing crazy. Nothing wild.
Let's see what y'all got to say about that the Olympic one. I want to see how.
Yeah, very curious to see how you think about the Olympic start bench cut. Yeah. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens with the Olympics. I'm very curious to see how the Olympic team does this year. But yeah, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to us. Please, really do appreciate it. If you're on TikTok, Instagram, hit it with a follow. Hit us with a like, comment, say what's good. We're going to keep trying to do our thing out here, man, and keep bringing the episodes out to you. So once again, 4 quarters, we're up out of here. We'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.